I'm Cynthia Nickerson with Comcast High School Sports on Demand, powered by MaxPreps.com. Here at Fort Bend Christian Academy, the girls volleyball varsity team has no juniors and no seniors, but that certainly does not mean they're without leadership. At age 15, just starting her sophomore year, Alex Diefenderfer finds herself a leader of this volleyball team. The team lost some great players to graduation.
I knew that there wasn't really a girl that could fill some of those spots, just because, I mean, you can't really, those are hard shoes to fill, because the 3 seniors we had were amazing girls, amazing volleyball players. I learned a lot from them, so I was just kind of like, oh, what is going to go down this season? I was really nervous, but it turned out to be a lot better than I expected, so it was good.
Alex and one of her best friends, another sophomore, were the only ones with varsity experience. So leadership has fallen on their shoulders.
Since we were on varsity last year, we knew what it was going to be, because from varsity to JV, the pace is totally different. Like, I went, especially me and Maddie, going from 8th grade volleyball to varsity volleyball. It was such a big change, and we were just kind of like, whoa, what's going on? And then, so we kind of had the experience, we kind of knew, and then we played on the club team together, and me and Maddie have always just worked really well together. She's really good to have, and I love setting her, and she's just good to have around, and she's a great encourager and a great leader, and we just kind of tag team it, and it just kind of works.
Alex is no stranger to team sports, though. She's had plenty of experience on fields and courts.
I don't know. I've always been a soccer player, and I had played soccer since age 4, and then coming here and having a totally different dynamic, point by point, there was a new chance for everything. It was just something different, and it was just fun, because I had played soccer for so long, and it was just something fun and fresh to do. So
she recalled starting out in volleyball confused but enthusiastic.
I started out not knowing anything, not knowing what I was going to do or anything, and then the 7th grade coach said, okay, you're going to be a setter. Okay, setter. I don't know what that is, but I'll figure it out. And then setter was actually a really good position for me, and then I ended up going on to club, and where me and Maddie Richards were on the top team at club, and it was just fun. And then we have tryouts this year for club, so I've just kind of grown in the sport and become a better setter than where I started, that's for sure. And then we made varsity as freshmen, so that was a good experience. The seniors and everyone took really good care of us. And so just kind of growing in the sport and learning more, I've learned so much.
Now, as a leader, Alex is working to not only motivate the team towards more wins, but to brush up on the basics herself.
I think me as an individual, I need to work on being more versatile with and working through some of the harder things, because I was really blessed on my club team to have a passer who basically passed a perfect pass every time, so I didn't have to do anything. So I need to work on being ready to move and being ready to kind of get some of the more difficult passes, because I need to just kind of adjust from like one thing to another, because I just feel like I can get quicker, and that'll help. And then just work on my sets, basically. Just work on the technical aspect of the game.
In her position, Alex hits the floor a lot, sliding.
The pain you get used to, just the looking down and no skin is left, you're kind of like, oh, okay. But it's just something you have to work on. It's part of the game.
Such a big part, in fact, that sliding was all they worked on before the season started.
It's the first week of tryouts, Coach Juan told us to bring socks, like long socks, and we all wore socks just on our legs. And he's like, no. I never said to wear them, and we wore them on our elbows. We had socks covering our whole arms, because the first week we just dove. That's all we did, was just work on diving, and it's part of our warm-up now, so we're all just kind of like, and I mean, you get used to it to where your elbows get tougher, I think, because mine don't get as skinned up as they used to. And just like passing, if a hard hit comes, your arms, like the first time I played volleyball, my arms were bright red, and then now you just get used to it.
As a team, Alex says there's been a couple of rough spots, but she's confident through practice and commitment the Eagles will have a great season.
We're doing really good. We just need to work on, just the few things, just finishing games. because we have a great group of girls, and they all know what they're doing, and they all know how to play volleyball. It's just the confidence. Confidence is key, and I think we're just kind of like, oh, we're all sophomores and a freshman. What are we gonna do? So I think if we just go out there and have some more confidence, it'll be a lot better, and it'll do wonders for us. So, and I mean, they're all great. We just have to work on those few little things, and it's nothing major at all. So it's always a good thing to just have minor improvements to make.
Alex also doesn't think volleyball necessarily gets the respect it deserves, as so many people play in backyards or on beaches for fun. But playing competitively day after day takes real skill.
I don't think they understand the whole technical aspect, the dynamics of the game, because people are like, oh, I could do that. I'm like, yeah, okay. Come out and have a 6'4" girl come and slam a ball at you, then you'll see. But I think to a certain degree they can, and then there's just some parts you're just not going to get unless you know what you're looking for and know what you're watching.
Alex is hoping her dedication to the sport and her leadership will ultimately be a good example to younger girls looking to eventually fill her shoes. She has this advice for them.
To work hard. It's never out of reach. It can always happen, and listen to your coaches, because they may be tough on you and they may be hard, but they really, in the end, they want the best for you. So just keep working, never give up, do the little things. They help a lot.
I'm Cynthia Nickerson reporting for Comcast High School Sports on Demand, powered by MaxPreps.com.